Today we're going to make kimchi, and some of the ingredients that we're going to use. We're going to use some spring onion, some carrots, some pears. They'll go good in the kimchi. Some Asian or wombok cabbage. These are fresh at the moment. I picked them up at the farmer's market. We've got some sauce, which my wife will say how to pronounce. I never did learn how to say that. Got some ginger, and I like to ferment my garlic, keep a big jar fermented, and that serves as a good starter culture as well. I've got some radishes. These we'll use instead of the daikon radishes. Have you seen radishes before?
Yeah.
These are red radishes. They're really spicy. When it's hard to get daikon radishes here, then I'm going to use those radishes. And I'm also probably going to... this is Himalayan salt. We're going to put some salt in the kimchi, and then we're going to ferment it for 4 or 5 days. When it's ready and it tastes good, we're going to put it in the fridge. Then let's get started. It seems the most logical place to start is to wash the cabbage. This is the first wash. And I like to get underneath these. Give the cabbage a quick wash to begin with. We'll do more soaking and washing later. Then we're here to make kimchi, which is a Korean fermented food, which goes really well with any sort of rice or fatty foods. It's going to end up nice and tangy and spicy and nice umami flavors once we put the fish sauce in. Then, if you're using a knife, then into quarters. Then, generally most Koreans don't use this little bit here. This bit's chopped out. And then I simply slice it down. And then slice it across.
Ricky's washed it.
About 200 grams, about 2%, 2 to 2.5% salt. I'm going to put in that and mix it around. We have our 200 grams of salt in the bucket. The washed cabbage. Then over time I'm going to slowly work this around and draw out more juice out of the cabbage. This is not really a typical Korean way of doing it. Over time we'll have more chances to mix this around evenly, but that's enough for now. I'm going to need my sharp blade now to put in about an hour since we put this in, the salt in here. And you can almost, if I squeeze this, if I squeeze this, I'm not sure if you can see that the juice is starting to squeeze out of the cabbage now after about an hour. And it's also probably half as much as there was before. Completely mix it now. We grated our carrot. And here we've got our radishes that we've grated. That tastes really good. I'm sure I'm going to get questions about leaving the leaves on. So ginger and our garlic, our pre-fermented garlic. Ginger. This will obviously get mixed around. I'm going to put pear in. I'm going to put some spicy chili powder in. This is where we're at the moment. Next I'm going to do, clean up these shallots a little. And they're going to go in here as well. I'm going to put my spicy stuff in. I'm going to put some pears, some onions, my Korean chili spice is going to go in. Boink. And some fish salt. Alright, now it's time for swimming lessons. I mean chopping the onions. And they say it's not supposed to matter if you put glasses on your eyes because it's about what you breathe in, but I find it really helps if you're doing a lot of onions. If you don't have any wombok cabbage for your kimchi, then drum and hand I found works in a lot of sauerkrauts as well, and I've used sugar loaf cabbage in my kimchi before and it's worked out fine. Sometimes people might look at the label and say, why isn't it wombok? But taste wise, it tastes fine. And I'm chopping out the heart again. I have to slice this up, fit in the food processor, because I think it slices more evenly in the food processor. There we go, that's manageable. And a drum for this one, another drum again. And you saw the blade I was using, it's a flat blade. It's going to slice it straight across. You can do it with a knife too.